4 to 6 weeks later.
What's up guys, Avi here, back again with a brand new video, and this week got some new shoes to show you guys, so let's get into it. So here's the box. It's white and it looks a little different than the normal like top end Nike boxes, because it's, as you can see, it says Nike by You on it, and that means that I customized my own version of these shoes because I really wanted to get Vapor 14s, but the colorways that were out weren't really, they weren't great, so I decided to make my own, and that's what I did. So the boxes are a little different. You can, there's a little tab, and you pull it up and you pull out like this. Yeah, not super different, but yeah. So here are the shoes. Let me take them out. Ta-da! And here's the other one. And then before I get into the shoes, just if you care, with most Nike top end shoes, or with all Nike top end shoes, you get a string bag, and so here's the one that comes in this one. It's different than the normal Vapor 14 string bags because it's from Nike by You, so it says Nike by You. Then it's got a bunch of designs that match with the shoe. For example, that chevron matches up with the the studs on the bottom of the shoe. So yeah, super cool string bag, really cool. Looks really high tech with the little designs, but yeah, so it's a little just extra that comes in your bag if you didn't know already. So yeah, but now let's get into the actual shoes. I'm super happy with these shoes. I trained in them yesterday, so I already got to feel the fit and feel a little bit. Which is probably good for this video, so I can tell you a little about how they feel. But they actually feel so good. It's not super different to the Vapor 13, feel-wise. They do need to be broken in a little bit. The sole is a little bit stiff, but I think they just need to be broken in with time. The sole will loosen up a bit. Not loosen up, but it'll just break in and it'll feel a little better. So my foot was aching a little bit, but I think it just needs to be broken in. But other than that, the upper, super thin, really good feel on the ball. Mercurials are known for their barefoot sensation. You definitely get this. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's it feels really rubbery, I guess, very grippy, which is great because then you can feel a lot of grip on the ball. I was doing some around the worlds yesterday and I could feel the grip, it was really grippy, and I really liked it. A very new thing though, so with the two previous generations of Mercurial, you've got the Vapor 12s here, you can see all knit, and then the Vapor 13s here, which again are all knit. So completely fly knit. Super soft, super lightweight. Yeah, they're basically like socks. Whoa. They're basically like socks. And so yeah, but these, on the other hand, they're not fully knit. They're actually it's called this new thing called Vaporposit. It says on the shoe. It's really hard to tell on the listing, but down here with the ACC that probably does nothing. It says Vaporposit there. So it's a new kind of material. So here, let me show you. So it's more like a synthetic mixed with a knit. So here's the Vapor 11s here. So this was the generation that was all Teijin synthetic, or the last generation that was synthetic before they switched to knit. It's super light, super soft, and just a really good barefoot sensation. This is kind of these two shoes mixed together. So you've got the knit here on the tongue, and then I'm not sure if this is knit or just mesh, but you can see the little white grid on top of it, and then underneath it is where the synthetic is inside the shoe. So basically this blue part, this green, this blue here, that's all the synthetic, and then on top of it is the white mesh, which you can kind of see. It's not really picking up on camera that much, but like the white mesh on top of it. Yeah, so that's different. The upper is very different, but it feels very similar, so that's good if you're looking for the same sort of sensation as this. Yeah. Another thing that's different, just kind of aesthetically, there's a pull tab. It doesn't really, you might get worried that there might be blisters, but I didn't feel any rubbing yesterday when I was playing. It feels fine. It feels the same as this, like on the heel. So I don't think you have to worry about with the pull tab at all. It's super flimsy too, so it's not like it's gonna be right up against your ankle and rubbing, so you should be good. It helps to get on the shoe. Easier to pull on that rather than sticking your thumb in there and like rubbing on your skin, especially with soccer socks. That can really hurt sometimes. So yeah, there's the shoes. Another thing is the sole plate. In the previous generations, like the Vapor 12 and the Vapor 13, there was a split sole, and then, but on this, there's like this spine that connects the two soles, it feels a little stiffer than this on the bottom, but it's really not that bad. Again, just need to be broken in a little bit, but not as fully formed as the Vapor 11 here. Like, yeah, there's a lot more sole plate on here than on here. Yeah, so, and then just another thing. So the Vapor 12 had this, like, this was all fully filled in, but just like the Vapor 13, there's a cutout on the, it's hard to tell on this one. There's like a cutout on the thing. This looks a little bigger, but again, I think it's just to get, to lighten up the shoe a little bit, because you want to make these as light as possible. Mercurials are known for being light, so they're trying to make it as light as possible. Going off of the weight part of it, so these feel super light. All Mercurials just feel super light. I think these are the lightest ones I've ever had, the Vapor 11s, because they're just purely synthetic. Got the plastic on the bottom, and that's all to it. Super light. These feel a little heavier than this, but the difference in weight between these is really not that much. These might be a little heavier, but it's really not that much. So you don't really have to worry about having a super heavy shoe, because they're really not. They're Mercurials. You're never going to get a super heavy shoe with Mercurials. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. So yeah, that's the shoe. Yeah, I should talk about Nike ID a little bit. So with Nike ID, you can't return them because they're a custom pair. They can't sell them again. So make sure you go true to size with Nike ID, because you will not be able to return them. But with Nike ID, I'll tell you a little bit about the process. So it's just a little bit different than buying a normal pair of like soccer shoes, or just any shoe in general, because I've actually gotten a couple pairs of Nike ID shoes in the past, but they were just like some casual shoes. Like I got some blazers, like some Nike blazers. But yeah, so the process is the same for all like those shoes though. So with a normal pair of shoes, you just like add them to your cart and buy them. But with these, you go through the design process. You get to pick all the colors for these certain spots, pick the color of the like the knit part on the top, and then the sole plate, and then all that fun stuff. Super fun, super customizable. There's a ton of customizing options with this shoe, because you can literally customize every single one of these panels, like this, the speed band here, like this part in the middle, the quarter, and then like this heel area. Like, it's so customizable, which is really, really cool. And they've got a ton of colors as well, so really fun. It's really fun to just go on there and make your own shoes. Even if you're not gonna buy them, it's still super fun. But once you do that, once you've made your perfect shoe, you're super excited, you add them in your cart, you buy them. But, so, with the normal pair of shoes, depending on where you live, it'll probably come within like a week or 2 weeks or so. With these, it takes about a month, maybe a little over a month, just because they have to make them. So if you're thinking of buying these shoes but you need them really quickly, I would not recommend getting a pair of Nike ID shoes, because again, it will take a little while to get there. But yeah, so that's all about the shoes. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. If you have any video ideas you want me to do, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try and do them. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.